Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I have a little crafty haul to share. This is actually an unboxing of the Not Too Shabby Shop subscription box of the month for November 2022. And in this box you're gonna get a pack of This Calls for Confetti, and look at that lovely mix there. I'm gonna actually open this and pour some out just so that you can see the really cool shapes that are included. So really lovely for Christmas. There are some of your solid round confetti or sequins. There are some trees that have a little bit of that AB finish, a little bit of that iridescent shine there. You've got some smaller confetti bits, some of these more cylindrical bits. So it's a really nice mix. Very cool. And the trees, I feel like these are big enough pieces that you could actually just use as a feature or a design. I could imagine maybe placing a row of these or doing a random pattern onto some either pattern paper or solid color cardstock just to create a background. So I feel like shaker mixes like these don't necessarily have to be for shaker cards. They can oftentimes be used as individual embellishments on your card as well. So really fun, that little mix there. Then there are two 6x6 paper pads and matching ephemera. So we have Sparkling Wishes and we have Christmas on the Farm. So let me do a quick flip through of Christmas on the Farm. There are 25 double-sided sheets and you're going to get 4 of each. So if you like to do sort of mass production, you're going to get 4 of each design. So that's going to allow you to have, some nice quantity, but because these are all double-sided, you're going to get some nice variety too. So you can always choose which side you want. And I always love how well these are designed, because usually what happens is if you see one side that's more of a simpler design, like a geometric or an ombre or something like that, kind of how these are. On the flip side, you'll get something that might be a little bit more graphical, a little bit more heavily themed. And I think it's wonderful that they've designed papers this way, because they that way you can use whichever side is easier or suits your project. But especially for the more themed prints that are more graphical, if maybe you're past the season and you're done making Christmas cards, you don't want to keep it for next season, you can always flip to the back, and usually it's something that's a little bit less specific to the theme or the occasion. So really love how well these papers have been designed so that you can use everything. This is a really nice glossy finish, pretty good thickness as well. I would say maybe a good 60 pound. That was Christmas on the Farm, and there are embellishments, ephemera pieces to go along with it. I won't open this, but there's usually a really good mix. You'll get some of the pieces are to different scale as well, which is one thing that I really love about the ephemera packs from Not Too Shabby, because sometimes you make larger cards, or at least I do, and then sometimes I make smaller cards like USA 2 size cards, and so it's nice to actually have ephemera pieces that are differently scaled, especially since sometimes if they're large enough, they can sort of be used standalone on your card. And then some of the smaller ones are perfect for maybe collaging. So I love that you have that versatility of how to use them. This is Sparkling Wishes, and a little bit different in terms of configuration. Still 24 sheets, still double-sided, but you're gonna get 2 of each design. And so you can kind of see that we're getting more variety here as compared to Christmas on the Farm. So let me give a quick flip through of this one. And look how perfect this would be for New Year's. I love the gold and sort of the neutral tones. These are lovely. These could be really just all occasion, anything celebratory. Really, look at that. It looks like gold glitter, but it's not. It's like totally flat. So really, really cool. Very, very fun. And like I said, some of these might be very heavily themed towards New Year's, but you could really use it for any celebratory occasion. Maybe the one with the time clock is feels a little bit more specific to New Year's. This one's definitely. So this is definitely one where I would aim to use up first because it does have the year on it. But look at that on the back. That's really, really gorgeous. You could save that for any time of year, really. And I think we have started to repeat. So really fantastic paper pad here. I love the pinks mixed in with the grays and golds and blacks. So really awesome that. Love that colorway. So 2 6x6 paper pads, 2 ephemera packs, and our sequin. This calls for confetti mix. Then now onto the stamps. So we get 2, and look how large this one is. I think this is a lot bigger. This is maybe double the size of our standard 4x6. So I'm guessing this is 6x8, this large one here. So how fantastic is that? Let's look at this one first. This one is New Year. And as the name would suggest, you have a lot of New Year's sentiments. So same me, bigger goals. Cheers, y'all. New Year, same hot mess. New Year wishes. Now, do pay attention to this one because this does have 2023 on here. So I would, if you get this box, definitely pull this one out to use. But the 2023, once we're past the upcoming year, you could always mask that so that the next time you go to use this for future years, you can always mask off the year and leave that portion out. But first, champagne, have a sparkling new year. The best is yet to come. 12 new chapters, 365 new chances. Let's celebrate. So really fantastic set of sentiments, some of which I feel like can be for any occasion, like let's celebrate. The best is yet to come, for example. So I think those are nice. And then this one, really, really lovely. It is called Farmhouse Christmas. And so you get this lovely farmhouse that's decked out for the holidays. You can see the wreath there and the bunting or banner at the top. Lots and lots of fun images. So we've got coffee mug with little marshmallows floating. And look at how we get sort of, I love that. So they're sort of reverse of each other. So together on a card, I think these two would be really, really cute because you have this where it's more solid colored. So you could stamp with the same color. Let's say you could stamp with a red or a blue, but this one would be a red mug, and this would be, let's say, what we're stamping onto white. So this would be a white mug with red outline. I think that's really cool. And then we have lots of different florals. So you have sort of your pine cone and pine needles, poinsettias. You got another little spray here, a snowflake, the word joy with a wreath as the O. That's really lovely. Another little snowflake here. Another little snowflake here. So I think a lot of these would be really great for creating your own background and just sort of randomizing the pattern there. So really, really fun. I think this is like a little hummingbird feeder, just super cute. And then you've got a stack of presents and then 2 cars. And I love that they're pointing in different directions. So I really, really like that, you know, these 2 mugs, they're kind of, the handles are on opposite ends, so you can kind of do like a cheers sort of stamping with them. And similarly, you could have, maybe if you want the 2 cars on the same scene, you can have them driving towards each other. I always like when the stamp designers, illustrators think about how we can use these in combination with each other. So I love that. And what's neat about these cards is that they do have a little bit of bunting on them with a sentiment. So this one says Noel and that one says joy. And there are different things on the roof of the cars. So the other nice thing about having the cars facing different directions is sometimes you have a design where maybe you want to put the focal image on one side. I often like, if I'm putting a focal image off towards the edge of my card, I often like for it to face the center. And so it's kind of nice that we have the 2 options, because that means that if you're like me, you like for your focal images to face the center, that opens up your design so that if you want to put your focal image on the left, you have a car option that faces center. If you want to put your focal image on the right, you've got the other car that you can have face inwards. So that's the other reason why I really love when stamps give you that variety of, you know, different characters, or in this case, the vehicles facing in different directions. I find it a lot easier to use that way, and it kind of opens up more compositions and design possibilities. So that is the Not Too Shabby Shop subscription box of the month for November. I'll leave links to it in the description box below. Oftentimes, the subscription boxes have sold out. It's so hard to really predict though, because sometimes they sell out really quickly. Sometimes you do have a little bit more time to think about it. I would just advise, if it's something you really love, maybe don't wait. And if it's something that you would not be terribly sad if you missed out on, then maybe you can take your time. So when I craft with this kit, all of my projects will be in my Not Too Shabby Shop playlist. I'll link to one project at the end of this video, but you can see all of the rest in my Not Too Shabby Shop playlist, which I'll also link at the end of this video. Thanks so much for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.